A wise old mentor gave a young man a piece of advice that made him indispensable. Years later, that same advice destroyed his entire career. The tragedy? The mentor was right all along. The student simply stopped listening too soon. Once, in a bustling factory, there was a young man. His dreams were vast, but his capabilities were still raw. Fortunately, he found a guide in a wise, elderly mentor who worked alongside him. The old man offered him a simple philosophy. Keep your head down, focus entirely on your work, and absorb every single lesson this factory has to teach you. The young man took the words to heart. He poured his soul into his work, grinding with relentless dedication. 2 years later, the old mentor retired, leaving the young man to navigate the factory as a skilled technician. 8 years flew by. One day, feeling defeated, the young man sought out his old mentor. The wise man took one look at his former protege and sensed a deep sorrow. "You carry a heavy heart," the old man observed. "Has life thrown a hurdle your way?" The young man sighed bitterly. "I did exactly as you instructed. I worked with unwavering focus and learned every corner of that factory. Yet I watch people with half my experience and a fraction of my knowledge get promoted, while I am stuck in the exact same spot I was years ago. I give them my all, but my value goes completely unnoticed. Why am I invisible?" The old man studied him calmly and gave him a key, a dangerous one. "Step away," he whispered. "Vanish for a few days. Let them feel the silence of your absence." Realizing the brilliance of this strategy, the young man hurried back, requested an immediate leave of absence, and vanished. Chaos ensued. Without him, the workflow crumbled, operations stalled, and the higher-ups panicked. When he finally returned, his absence had painted his true value in bold colors. His work was praised, he was handed a promotion, and his salary was significantly increased. The young man was thrilled. "So, absence is the mirror that reflects my worth," he thought, kicking himself for not trying this sooner. Believing he had found the ultimate cheat code to respect, he began to use this tactic repeatedly. He took frequent leaves, vanishing just enough to remind everyone of how much they needed him. For a while, he basked in the leverage it gave him. But returning from one of his routine absences, he was met with a devastating shock. Someone else was sitting at his station. He had been replaced. Heartbroken and bewildered, he rushed back to the mentor. "Why did this happen? I followed your advice. I made them see my worth by stepping away. Where did I go wrong?" The old man's voice was barely a whisper, yet it carried the weight of a profound truth. "You applied the advice, but you failed to listen to the warning. The day I gave you that advice, you were so eager to prove yourself that you sprinted away before hearing the second, most crucial part. Think of a light bulb," the mentor continued. "If it burns steadily, people take its light for granted. They don't even notice it. But the moment the power cuts and darkness falls, everyone suddenly realizes how desperately they need that bulb. That's the power of absence. When you first stepped away, your absence plunged them into darkness. You were missed. But here is the second lesson you didn't stay to hear. A light bulb that constantly flickers and repeatedly goes out does not inspire longing. It inspires frustration. It is no longer trusted. It is unscrewed and thrown away. By constantly disappearing, you didn't prove your worth, you proved your unreliability. And so they found a bulb that would stay on." The young man sat in stunned silence, finally understanding that above all else, trust is the foundation of every enduring success. Bring this lesson into your own life. The light your presence brings and the void your absence leaves will define your true value. But if your absence becomes a habit, your worth will slowly fade into irrelevance. Presence is a quiet but immense power, yet it only holds weight when anchored by unwavering reliability. The moment you become undependable, never forget that your replacement is already warming up. Be the light that doesn't flicker. Be the person whose glow is steady, true, and undeniable. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't just want brilliance, it desperately needs the irreplaceable power of someone who shows up every single day.